Hi y'all, this is Larry from Deep South Texas. It's been hot in Deep South Texas for the last couple months and not a lot's been going on in the garden. But today it's time to harvest our sweet potatoes. Let's take a look. So I have a bed of sweet potatoes here. It's about 4 feet by 10 feet. The vines have gone basically all over, and then about a third of a bed down at that end also that I planted in sweet potatoes. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut some of the vines back a little bit so we can begin the harvest. So I have the vines cut back, and I know I have sweet potatoes because we can see some sticking up out of the ground. In fact, several potatoes got pulled up while we were taking off the vines, and some of these actually came out of this mulch here. So nothing too big yet, but there's going to be a bunch of them. Let's dig some up. All right, let's see what we have here. Don't want to nick any of my sweet potatoes if I can help it. Here's one. 2, 3, 4. There's a nice one. 5. Wow. Kind of a small one there. And another nice one. So that's quite a pile of sweet potatoes off of one vine. I see one of them's got some insect damage on it. The rest of them look pretty good though. Let's see what's on this one over here. That one looks pretty nice. Oh yeah. Pretty nice bunch of sweet potatoes there. So it looks like a little bit of insect damage on those potatoes that were sticking out of the ground. But we can probably cut that off and deal with it. But you know, a pretty nice bunch of sweet potatoes. So I'm going to finish digging these sweet potatoes up, and we'll take a look at them when I get done. While you're waiting though, here's some clips of how these sweet potatoes grew this year. I have planted some sweet potatoes in this space down here, hoping to grow slips for later on, and when they do come up and the cabbages are gone, they'll be we'll be growing sweet potatoes in this bed. Growing the slips now. So I have 4 sweet potatoes planted in here about 6 inches down that I'm using to grow slips. and these just showed up. They come out purple and then they turn green later. But I need about 30 slips, I think, for this bed, and I'm pretty sure that I'll get those. Now, sweet potatoes, when you're planting those, you actually plant sweet potato slips. And I've been growing my own slips this year, and I think it's plenty time to get them planted in the ground. These are legendary Louisiana sweet potatoes. I'm not sure just exactly what they are, but something developed by LSU, I think. I'm going to get the other end of the bed, and we're going to try to plant them in 10 rows of 3 potatoes in each row. Now, I have forked up the bed and amended it with about a cup of triple 13 fertilizer, and I've also thrown on a couple bags of Miracle-Gro garden soil. So it's nice and soft at this point. The sweet potato slips that I planted last week are all doing great. I thought I would be giving them extra water, but I really haven't. They just get water with the rest of the garden, and they're looking good. I'm still waiting on a few more slips to get big enough to plant, but it won't be too long. I have all my sweet potato slips planted now. The sweet potatoes are doing great. I've dug up those potatoes that were here I was growing the slips from, and I actually had enough to put in another 12 slips over here. So we're going to have sweet potatoes this year. And the sweet potatoes are also loving the heat. They're going to take over this end of the garden for sure. It'll be hard having a path to walk through here. It's noon here, and all the sweet potatoes are doing really great. They're a little bit wilted in this heat right now. They'll perk right back up later on today. Sweet potatoes, they're doing fine, continuing to grow. Again, late in the day, they look a little wilty, but they're doing great. They're vining all over the place. And here is the sweet potato harvest. Way better than I expected. Some really huge sweet potatoes in there. Really nice. I'm not going to weigh them right now, but I'm guessing there's at least 40 pounds of usable sweet potatoes in there. I'm very happy with that. Now, I don't have a great way to cure sweet potatoes. I'm going to leave them outside for a week, and it'll be 90s during the day and 70s at night. But the humidity is high outside. And then I'll move them in the house where it's room temperature, but much drier. And I think they're going to be great. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it that thumbs up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.